my name is Mayra Alejandra. Welcome to my channel. Today, I wanted to take some time to build my dream makeup wish list, and I thought I would film it because I've been liking these types of videos. I like to see what everybody else kind of keeping an eye out for. So I thought I would share the things that I've been kind of thinking about. So I'm going to start with a few things that I've been kind of eyeing at Sephora, and then from Sephora move over to Ulta, and then after that we can finish off with makeup that are kind of like indie brands that I'd love to try out. So if you'd like to hang out with me for a little bit, then keep on watching. Okie dokie, let me pull up. Is it a millennial thing to add a bunch of things to cart and then not buy anything? It kind of, to me, it's sort of like window shopping. It's healthier for my bank account to do that than it is to pull the trigger on something and end up being disappointed by it. Anywho, this list of items is hopefully going to be kind of like a what I would buy maybe in the future. I know the holidays are coming up, lots of sales taking place. Typically for Christmas, I like to buy myself at least one nice little present, or if like my partner, if he says like, oh, what would you like, I can kind of give him a list of things that he can pick from. So okay, I can kind of go by order of things that we typically apply. Do you know what I mean? So it's like primers and then foundations or skin tints, blush, etc. Right? So primers. I'm not so into primers, to be completely honest. I kind of feel like, I don't know, they're not fun for me. I feel like I have primers that work pretty well already, so we'll skip over the primer. Foundations. So what I typically go for are or not really foundations, they're more skin tints. The recent purchase that I made was the Rose Inc Enhance, what is it called? Skin Enhanced Luminous Tinted Serum. And this is such a great purchase, but I don't have any foundations, like full coverage or even medium coverage for that matter. I just kind of feel like I don't know how to wear them. Usually they kind of cake up on me. Perhaps I just need more practice with foundations, but two foundations that I've really been interested in. The NARS Light Reflecting Advanced Skincare Foundation. So many great things about it. I hear this is the one foundation that I've kind of been holding out for. Every time I kind of add it to my cart, I always pull back, mainly because I feel like I'm just not a foundation kind of girl. But I do know that there are times when I want a little bit more coverage and I don't have anything to really give me that. And I think my shade would probably be Vanuatu. It's a medium to medium deep with warm undertones and an olive tone. My undertone is pretty olive, so this I feel like would be the perfect match. Yeah, let me add it to my pretend basket so that I can have like a full list going. Another foundation is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I've heard really great things about this too. However, it just seems like it's usually sold out of any color that could potentially be right for me. So it's also a little bit more affordable than the NARS. If I could, I would probably get shade 3.5 neutral. It's out of stock, so there's not even a way for me to add it to my basket. So let's see, any other foundation. I kind of get that like fluttery feeling with the NARS foundation, just seeing it in my cart. Let's see what else. You know what I've actually been so curious about? It is it's not by Bobbi Brown. It's what is Bobbi Brown's other brand? What the foundation? Oh, they don't sell it at Sephora? Bummer. I believe it's a skin tint too, but I don't know how many skin tints I could really use. So yeah, realistically speaking, I would say I would probably just keep the NARS foundation in my cart and then call it a day for foundations. As far as indie brands, I don't really have any that I'm looking at that have foundations that I'd be interested in. So Ulta as well, I don't think I have anything at Ulta that I'd like to try. Concealer, the Rose Ink concealer, that might be something that I try in the future once I run out of my Dior Backstage concealer. So if I were to add to cart, I would probably get LX70. Was actually not bad. Medium skin tone with a warm golden undertone. I still would want to get something either neutral or olive because I feel like neutral tones typically work well for me. As a matter of fact, there are times when they work better than olive tones. So yeah, I would probably add the LX50, light medium skin tone with a neutral undertone. So add to cart. I'd like to try that one. Item Beauty, that is the other concealer. I actually heard somebody else say how good of a concealer this was. So maybe? Yeah, so I would go for this one. Shade 300, light medium with warm olive undertones. Ooh, that sounds just like me. Any other concealer? I'm kind of curious about the NARS concealer. I've heard that it's a pretty reliable formula. Why? Can you let me film? That's a Ziggy hug. That's a Ziggy hug. I love it when I put her over my shoulder like this and then she'll kind of arch her back. I call it the Ziggy hug. It's her way of showing love. Right, Mama? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're so cute. Okay. So yeah, back to the NARS concealer. Yeah, see, but the NARS concealer doesn't necessarily give me those fluttery feelings. The Rose Ink one kind of does. So I think we'll cap it there. Blush. I've never tried the Say Beauty blushes and I heard they're nice too. And it's a pretty good rating as far as Sephora goes. Tower 28. I've been eyeing Tower 28 for a couple of years now. I've never tried anything from them, mainly because I feel like a lot of my collection already contains makeup products that do the same job as the Tower 28 products do. So I've never really made it a point to go for it. But if I were, right, yeah, I would say I'd finally try the Tower 28 in the shade Magic Hour. It's a sun-kissed rosy nude. I don't think I have any blushes that are similar to that. The only thing that I'd be kind of worried about is if it's a little too close to my tone where you wouldn't be able to see the blush. Is it just me or am I like extra shiny? It's a little better. What else? The LYS blush is also something that I've kind of been eyeing. This shade in particular, Empower, it's a deep berry plum. It just looks so pretty. There's kind of like a bricky red tone to it. I don't really have, or do I? I kind of feel like, no. Cocoa from Salt New York is a little more brown than Empower from LYS. And then the shade Dahlia from Rose Ink is also, well, I kind of think they're pretty similar. So, I like to add shades that are unique to my collection. Maybe not Empower. You know what? Confident. It says here it's a pink cinnamon spice. That would be an excellent add. I'm already adding it because I feel like that would work a lot better than What is the shade from Kosas? Tropic Equinox. So that looks pretty, yeah, I'd say, well, Tropic Equinox is a little bit more peachy and Confident looks a little more pinky, but I kind of feel like they'd be very similar. I hit pan on Tropic Equinox months and months and months ago. It's totally expired. Perhaps a decluttering video might be in the near future. Gosh, you know what other shade that I would want to get from RMS? I would love, love, love to get Hanky Panky. That's just such a pretty shade, man. I have nothing purple tone like that in my collection, so I'd love to see what that looks like on my skin. What else? I've also heard great things about the Bare Minerals bronzer, but I always thought they kind of leaned orange. Any type of orange, it just kind of ends up overpowering my face. Maybe not the bronzer. This one, Westman Atelier. I have been super duper eyeing their blushes. However, I just cannot get behind a $48 blush, man. And it's only 0.21 ounces. Dang, dang, dang. I think I would try this peachy shade if I could, right? So I would add that to my wish list. Gosh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. Yeah, yep. You know what other blush I've been kind of thinking about, but it seems like they don't carry it at Ulta anymore? The Cover FX blush duos. It's like this blush. I want to say it's Pink Dahlia by Cover FX. And I believe they do carry it through their website. I first saw Pink Dahlia on Sophie Floyd's channel. I love Sophie Floyd. She's the coolest girl ever. So if I could, I would add that one. Melt has really pretty blushes. I actually have Honey Thief, and it's a really blurring formula. It's really bright and just vibrant. I love it. I kind of feel like I haven't used it enough. That is kind of it for the blushes that I'm like really, really eyeing. If I could, I'd love to continue adding more and more just to try different formulas. But yeah, let's see what else. Bronzer. Bronzers for me are a little tricky. The only bronzer that I currently have is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Islanding. It's the pressed powder bronzer. It works great. However, I feel like it's a little too warm. I would like to try something a little more neutral. I don't even know who would have a bronzer like that. Bronzers for me are kind of a little boring. It's not an exciting part of my makeup routine. Now that I remember, Merit did come out recently with a balm bronzer. Yeah, but see, even these shades are very warm leaning. See, the color Clay is like incredibly warm. Quince, that color just looks like it almost looks like a foundation stick, at least for me. Scene, that too, that looks incredibly warm. So yeah, I probably wouldn't try those from Merit. Gosh, if I had to settle on a bronzer. Last time that I was at Sephora, the young lady that was helping me out, she told me that perhaps Charlotte Tilbury might have some bronzers to check out. Medium golden bronze, medium deep bronze, natural soft bronze. The medium golden bronze looks a little more neutral. It still leans pretty warm though, but I mean, just for the sake of like having something in the basket bronzer related, I'll add that one. I have been wanting to try Charlotte Tilbury. Let's see, if I were to type into Sephora neutral bronzer, is that gonna give me anything? Let me see. Neutral bronzer. Charlotte Tilbury bronzer comes up. House Labs also has bronzers. Let's see. There's so many shades. Yeah, they still lean warm. And I get it, right? Like a bronzer is supposed to look warm because that's what it does. It's supposed to warm up your face. But I just don't want to look red. Does nobody, what about Rare Beauty? Rare Beauty has a few options. This is what? Ooh, Happy Soul. Light brown with cool undertones. Oh, this one, Always Sunny. Well, it's kind of red. It says neutral undertones, but it looks kind of red to me. Yeah, maybe Happy Soul for a cream. So I added a powder bronzer and now a cream bronzer. All right, so let's move on. Let's go into something a little more exciting, which is eyeshadow palettes. I actually haven't been keeping up with any new eyeshadow palettes. Earlier this year, Natasha Denona came out with the pastel eyeshadow palette. That was an eyeshadow palette that I almost bought. I did add it to like my mental wish list for eyeshadows, and eventually after a couple of months it kind of didn't give me the same feeling as it did when it first came out. And I had thought like, okay, well, let me wait and play with the fluid eye paints from About Face because I have quite a few different shades, and let me see how much color I actually incorporate into my looks, right? And I have to admit, I don't add very much color. I mean, I feel like right now, this is as much color as I've added in a while. Just like a really chill kind of purple. It didn't make sense for me to get the Natasha Denona palette, especially because it's $65. And if I'm not gonna use it frequently, then I don't need it. Oh, you know what? I just remembered one eyeshadow palette. The Pat McGrath, okay, seriously. Oh man, it still gives me that like fluttery feeling. Mothership 9 eyeshadow palette, Utopian Dream. Boy, oh boy, is this such a beautiful, look at this. Look at this. This is delicious. Man, just that one shadow alone is what my dreams are made of. And I do remember a few people creating really fun looks with this eyeshadow palette. So these two shades don't really do anything for me, but the rest of the palette is just lovely. Like if I could, I would maybe get rid of that gold, that bright gold, and that shimmery champagne-y looking color, because I don't know, I feel like we have enough of those shades in our collections, you know, that we don't need an additional one. And I love Pat McGrath for how creative and how nuanced these color stories are, and the shades themselves, they're just so unique that yeah, it makes my heart flutter. I would add this guy to my collection. Oh my gosh, did you see that? My basket is up to $418. Imagine. I only have my one Mothership 7 Divine Rose palette, and I do love it. I really do. It's actually one of the colors I'm wearing in my inner corner, and I do use it, and I wanted that one in particular because I felt like it was the most practical for me, but that doesn't take away my desire for the Utopian Dreams. And I do know that she just launched a new eyeshadow palette, which is the Mothership 10 Moonlit Seduction. Man, this is lovely too, but like, look, it's like this same champagne-y looking color that's like in every other eyeshadow palette. I mean, I kind of get it. I know that people need certain colors so that if this is the only eyeshadow palette that you have a little bit of everything to create a look. Man, look at those shades. Look at that shade in the middle. Woo! Good Lord. Yeah, this is pretty, but still, Utopian Dreams for sure. Yeah, I guess that's all the eyeshadow I need to explore at Sephora. So finally, some lip stuff. Lip Let's go for lip gloss because I've been kind of into lip gloss lately. I've actually wanted to check out the NARS Afterglow Lip Shine Gloss. However, it also seems to always be sold out of the one shade that I want to get, which is Unbroken. And then Super Vixen is delicious looking too. Look at that. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at how pretty that is. Oof. Yeah, so Unbroken would be the lip gloss that I would get. So lipsticks. Oh, yeah. I would love to try out the Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey because everybody's talking about it. And I just want to know. I want to know. What is it about this shade? Oh my gosh, look at those swatches. That's it. As far as a highlight, I'm okay with the highlights that I have. So, and just one last thing. A Gucci lipstick. Yeah, the Velvet Matte lipstick. Let's see. The Painted Veil. Dude, hello? Look, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at her. She just looks so beautiful. I want kind of like a nude brown kind of lipstick, but not something that'll wash me out. You know what I mean? Is it Mona Lisa cameo? I feel like I've tried something like this before. No, yeah, that one's it. Mona Lisa, Mona Leslie cameo. Sorry, my eyeballs are fooling me. I have contacts on. They kind of start to get a little blurry when I'm looking at the screen for a little too long. I might just take them out and put my glasses on in a bit. But so that's it for Sephora. That is my wish list. So we've got the NARS foundation, light reflecting advanced skincare foundation, the Rose Inc concealer, the Item Beauty concealer, Power 28 cream blush in Magic Hour, the LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in Confident, the RMS Redimension Hydra Powder Blush in Hanky Panky, the Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks Lip and Cheek Cream Blush Stick in Minette, and Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Matte Bronzer in Medium, the Rare Beauty Warm Wishes Effortless Bronzer Stick in Happy Soul, the Pat McGrath Mothership 9 Utopian Dreams palette, the Clinique Black Honey, and the Mona Leslie cameo from Gucci. Okay, so I had to stop really quick to take my contacts out because they were killing me, and then to have a snack. So that was it for Sephora. So now moving on to Ulta. So for Ulta, pretty sure this is gonna be like a super short list. Okay, so as far as foundation, I don't think I have anything on my list from Ulta. Blushes, let's see. Ooh, MAC. Yeah, totally. Speaking of blushes, I placed an order for Phytosurgeons and I'm so excited. Oh, okay, here it is. So the MAC Glow Play Blush, that is what I would love to try out. And the shade that I'd love to try out, ooh, blush please. Heat index looks really nice too. Oh, the only setting spray that I would want would be the Fix Plus. Yeah, speaking of MAC, I'd love to try the lip gloss. Bro, I seem to be gravitating quite a bit to the pinks. Cultured, that would be my addition. What other? Oh, one of my subscribers, well, I hope you don't mind me saying your name or your username, but she recommended the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Gloss, and I'm so bummed out. Look at how many shades are not in stock. Hello? Loved Subtle. That one looks beautiful. Yeah, I think that's it for Ulta. I don't think I would need anything else. Now, indie brands. So I would love to try out Cleonad. Man, look at these. Ah! The Stained Glass Collection, over 145 color shifting multi-chromes to experience. Shop the expansion now. Yeah, man, look at this. Okay. Calm down, everybody, calm down. See, even Cleonad has a bunch of them that are sold out. What the heezy? Oh, see, they have a bundle. They have bundles. Oh my gosh, electric multi-chrome bundle for $194. I'm sure that they're worth that much. Yeah, look at this one. Embellishment, glitter multi-chrome eyeshadow. Yeah, I would love to add this. Sorry, I live near the train tracks, and so yeah, that's what you're hearing. Hilt, that's another multi-chrome that I'd love to try. Slim pickings here. One other thing I wanted to check out from here, adornment. Yeah, that would be another one that I would add. So three eyeshadows that I would want to try. What's another indie brand that I had just thought about? Lethal. That's the one. Single shadows. Yeah, that's more up my alley. I can see all of them. Okay, arsenic. Yup, almost done. Evoke. Hello. That is beautiful. Genesis is really pretty too. Astral. Oh, these are all very light shades that I'm picking. Come on, my computer is about to like burst into flames. I've been filming for a while. Oh my god, look at this one. Event Horizon. It's taking forever. Ooh, Twilight. Oh, yes. Okay, just for the sake of my computer, let me finish up. So I think I would get rid of arsenic and just stick with Astral. And this would be my little mini multi-chrome palette. So I've got Twilight, Event Horizon, Astral, Evoke, and Synth. That is my makeup wish list. Let me know if we have anything in common as far as the things that I picked out, anything from my list that you would like to try out as well, or have you tried any of the things that I picked out? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. See you next time.